So, last week, we had a long one
Yeah.
with the crew of the Broad Curlew in pursuit of the few harpies that survived the uh, ambush on the ship. Y'all took some moments to gather yourselves and help clean the carnage off the ship. During this time, Sirius heard whispers for the first time from the blade that he wields, though the blade didn't seem to have a whole lot of answers to give, at least not yet. After a couple of hours of following the harpies somewhat northward, I think it was Percy's spotted a pair of vessels in the distance. It might have been Sirius. It was one of you two, I think.
We both got good peepers.
Yeah. A pair of vessels in the distance with creatures flying around them. But upon approaching closer, the ships appeared empty. Some evasive maneuvers were taken, which forced the sailors and harpies on the other ships back to the top decks to alter their own courses in response to avoid a collision. At which point it became clear that they were not in distress, but were instead planning an aggressive action of their own. A few moments later, a fog formed behind the Curlew, and out of it emerged another flight of harpies accompanied by some larger flying hybrid creature. After a rough fight with a number of casualties on the ship, the harpies were fended off. One of the vessels was rammed into and is currently sinking. Before things got too bad, however, Krakus wrapped himself around a tether that he had previously lodged into the hybrid creature's wing and leapt off the side of the ship to drag it into the sea. With his nearly endless endurance, he swam down further and further, dragging the creature until it stopped struggling against his pull. The harpies surrounding the remaining vessel flew off, leaving behind them sailors which appeared to be confused and no longer aggressive. While underwater, Krakus beheaded the beast and dragged the corpse back up to the surface, while the rest of the party set about rescuing the sailors that had fallen off the now sinking vessel. And that's where we find ourselves now. A quick clarifying question. Krakus, did you bring the head back up with you, or did you let it sink?
I brought both. Head
Okay.
and body.
All right. So I think where we come back is as Yvette was looking over the edge of the ship, like ready to fire if this winged creature flew back up. And at this point, you see Krakus resurface, and then a moment later, the still corpse of the flying creature bob back up to the surface, and then you notice a head in Krakus's hand, other hand.
If the body came up first, I would have shot that body.
No, Krakus definitely comes up first.
Always know what you're firing behind your target when you're shooting. Proper gun safety.
How would you know?
I don't know.
That's a good point.
Absolutely no idea. I'm still a cat too, so.
Oh yeah,
I'm actually a cat in the water.
in the middle of the ocean. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta figure out if I'm gonna have to go back to the normal form to get back on this boat.
Okay, I'm gonna try to throw a ladder for Krakus, kind of not do a lot of noise, not alarm anyone because everyone else is kind of trying to get the people on the ocean already.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just gotta try help Krakus come up by myself, which is probably gonna be really hard because he's carrying an animal.
Yeah, so there's definitely a ladder on the side of the ship that you can throw down. Yeah, it's going to be very difficult to sort of drag this corpse up, though. So, what's the plan
Someone
for
with
that?
strength can maybe help.
Yeah, me. Oh, that's solid.
Is it -2 for
We
you?
need help.
Yeah.
It is.
All right. I need to start. Well, I guess I'll start swimming back. Is there something special I have to do to get back on the ship? Because I am still a cat.
You gotta ask. Really nice.
The remaining sailors of the curlew are like already set about throwing out ropes and
Okay.
helping to haul people up. So
Yeah.
you can like bite onto a rope and have someone help pull you up if that's what you need.
Okay. I just didn't know if I needed to do a kitty cat challenge. All right. I'll get back on the boat whenever I can.
Don't mind me
And
just dropping.
what
my
do you need
phone.
help with, strength wise?
We need to drag this thing back up onto the poop deck.
Crackers, what if you yeet the head?
What's up?
Try to yeet the head.
Well, I'll just like tether it to my belt or something.
I can pull on a rope on the boat and like help pull it up. Like if you want to tie something around it, something like that. If I like throw a rope into the ocean or with my kitty cat.
There
mouth.
is a rope tied to the bolt that's like stuck in its wing, and that rope is tied around Krakus's arm. So you can use that, or you can tie a new one around if you'd like.
Yeah, just heave it up. He'd get the rope up to the boat first. And
Yeah, I can just hand it to somebody.
Yeah, that might be easier. And then you can do like a little tug of war style if you need to. Go body fishing.
Got this.
Try
I'm
another
rolling.
heave, I suppose.
I will lend my strength whenever I can. I'll just
I'm
go
rolling
roll.
incredibly well for strange shit. I always expect like 4.
Oh, I need to use my cat strength. Oops. Wrong stat. Roll.
1, 2, 3, push! 1, 2, 3, push!
Get up on that boat.
Dang. So it takes some combined effort to heave this corpse up onto the ship, but with the three of you, you're able to get it up. Krakus, you're able to get yourself up as well.
I want to believe
And,
that
yeah,
my speed didn't even touch the floor.
it just rolls over the top of the boat. The wings sort of sprawl out.
Harvest parts.
Can I point the Alexa?
Whoops.
I'm gonna cast guidance on Krakus.
Okay. What's the?
Yeah, I'll post it on here, but I think it's just
Okay.
+1 on the skill check.
Okay, I just
Nat
didn't
20
remember
on
how
the
much it was.
harvest parts heal.
Wow, wowie, wow. Okay.
I also want to point the monocle so I can see what the monocle says. I just want to see if the monocle says, I don't fucking know.
Okay, so nat 20 plus an extra one, you're gonna get. You're gonna identify everything for this, basically. Yvette, you point the monocle at the corpse, and it doesn't say anything, but you can tell it's a bit confused. It's like a confused silence.
What if I
Like when
try
someone goes
focus
to like start talking and then they realize that what they were about to say was wrong, so they stop and they do it
Yeah.
again, you know?
Yeah. What if I like try to focus the monocle to individual parts? Like if I go really close to the head, or if I go really close to the wings, or if I go real close to like the tail, I don't know.
You get pretty much the same thing at every
Okay.
spot.
I just wanted to know if it was like a lot of shit throw together. Well, I try. I'm gonna go help people.
Okay, so with this magnificent heal check, you have this opportunity to go in close to the body and really examine it now. And it is clear that this was a siren, and something was grafted like to the body,
Ooh.
but not in a surgical way, and it was done recently.
Oh. Huh.
Interesting.
Bumpy.
Let me see. I'm gonna say, because this is a nat 20, you can tell that, and you have the head with you as well, which helps this significantly. You can tell that this other creature, or this other thing that was sort of grafted into them, was that of a dragon.
Oh my.
Oh my!
Interesting.
Okay.
Can anyone give me a knowledge arcana?
I don't think I would have those.
I don't know dick about that. I think serious.
Can you roll it for me?
Yeah, I can roll for you.
Sorry, because they're sending a technician out tomorrow, so
Oh,
that'll
wow.
be fun.
Oh,
They don't have
nice.
anyone
No
available
problem.
Today.
You roll a 14 plus 11. Congratulations.
Excellent.
In a short, you might be able to use your phone as a Wi-Fi spot for a day and throttle the thing if you're having a bad night or don't want internet. Or you want internet. Might help.
I mean, it should be fixed tomorrow.
Word.
I haven't even unpacked my computer yet. I was gonna use Sammy's laptop, but
Oh, word. This is what I did.
I'm not sure where her laptop is either.
So with this extra information, you take a look at the corpse as well, Sirius, and identify that this was specifically these like dragon parts are from a white dragon, and that the nature of this sort of merging was with some very powerful magic. So it would have been some sort of like high level ritual, basically, in order to get dragon bits in this siren's body.
Huh.
And I think you also know that it likely would have affected the siren's mind. Like there would have been some sort of merging of two specific creatures in order to make this happen, right? So there's an existing siren, something merged its whole self into her, basically.
That's gross.
Okay, so more results from this heal check is the actual like parts thing.
Mm-hmm.
So right off the bat, this thing, since it was a siren and it did some siren-y stuff, you're very confident that it still has the vocal cords, which are very prized siren vocal cords. They're
Ooh.
used for
Oh my god.
certain like audio or audible based magical effects and spells that use those things. You can also tell that the claws on the forearms are they're very similar in a lot of ways to dragon claws. They're a lot smaller than you would find on a full-grown dragon because it's just a medium creature, but those would probably be valuable as well.
You're gonna swim on money.
Wow.
You got dragon parts and harpy parts on siren parts in one thing.
So what exactly could I craft with these things?
Money.
Wait, there's one other thing. There is a small gland at the base of the neck in sirens that you've been able to locate here as well, which like produces a like lubrication that lets them sing for like days on end if needed. It's difficult to get out, but very, very valuable.
Wow.
So as far as what you can do with them, they are like the vocal cords are more used as just as like a spell component sort of thing. But the fluid produced by this gland is used in producing certain potions and alchemical things. And it can also be used to enhance certain spells as well.
So either Sirius or the Seekers could probably take these things.
Yeah, I mean the Seekers loves buying this shit off people. So.
Yeah, and the
Okay.
claws, you can make a pretty necklace.
Selling to the seeker sounds like a really good option.
Yeah, and the claws can be used to like make weapons and stuff. So
All right. Cool.
they're pretty sharp.
Well, according to this, they keep for 2 days, but that's not even enough time to get back to land. So, unless you say otherwise,
Maybe Oleana has something to freeze them.
There's a thought.
and maybe put them in stasis somehow.
The claws will not rot, you know that
Yeah.
much, but the other parts will. So, if you can come up with some way to keep them preserved without damaging them, then you might still be able to get value out of them.
We have a lot of people to ask for help. Someone,
Feature. Was it?
someone
Is it
got-
meat or organs? What was it exactly?
Organs, it sounds like.
Yeah,
I don't
they're
have
like
the oil or anything though.
they're like it's like a tiny little gland with a little bit of liquid. The liquid is the important part in that, and then vocal cords. So it's just like thin tissue flaps, basically. Those will go pretty quick. The liquid, if you could get it out of the gland part is what's going to rot. The liquid will be fine.
All right. Let's see. I think I have some empty potion bottles. I could maybe put the liquid in there and cork it, and then keep the liquid, discard the gland.
gonna squeeze the gun like a Capri Sun.
Oh god.
Gonna juice it into one of my empty potion bottles.
So give me a survival or a dex check, someone to help or to actually like physically extract this stuff from the corpse.
Survival or what?
Or flat dex if you don't have survival.
Dex. Okay. There's nothing. Oi.
If you need me to get out of cat form, because I don't know if I can do anything in this form, but I could help. I do have survival.
I'd
The-
say I'm not confident
The
doing
time
that.
for the medical club.
Medical Club!
Someone wants to help.
Yeah, I can give it. I morph out of cat form into my normal form now to be able to talk and use my hands and digits to do this. So, was it a survival roll you said?
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping an eye on Van and Oleana, waiting for them to not be deaf. Just like every 10 seconds I go, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Okay. So 20, you're able to extract the vocal cords. And the two of you are also able to get the claws off the forearms. That's pretty easy. It's kind of hard to fuck that up because they're so hard. You're not really going to damage the actual claw part unless you really try.
Yeah.
But the you're having trouble with the gland. It's really small and it's like tucked way back there. You haven't like damaged it or anything yet, but you're just unable to get like a good angle at it to get it out.
Who's small and has really good dex?
Hmm.
My sausage fingers ain't doing it.
Nope. My bony hands aren't going to be able to get in there.
We have opposite fingers, and neither one are working right now.
I wonder who is small and has 20 decks.
Yeah, I wonder. Get your ass over here.
Hi, guys. Do you need
Yvette,
any
I need
help?
you to climb into this carcass and extract this gland.
You see this little
I
flappy
pointed
thing
out.
here, full of thing? Yeah, you
I
need
pointed out.
Do I just pull it out?
Carefully.
No one in our
It's like
party
it's like a
too
balloon.
small.
What do I roll?
20 decks.
Give me a dex with advantage because you've got guidance from these two people showing you where to go and what to do. Wow, the picture of consistency, 18 and 19. Yeah, you're also not able to get it out. You can get your fingers
Holy-
back there, but it's you can't get enough force to actually like remove it.
I bet it's
call
like
out to
he-
my good buddy, the bird guy, Aki.
I bet it looks like he just ate a lemon. He's just like,
Is it Aki or Oki or
Aki, I believe.
Aki.
Aki? Yeah. How much dex do you have, Aki? You think you can pull this gland out? And
I'll give it a
pointed out.
try.
Everyone gather up, one by one. If you're small, follow
Sure.
a line.
Fondle this gland until it comes
Make
out.
a line behind Aki.
He reaches his hand in, and it is not quite able to get his fingers back there, and instead reaches his dagger in and actually pops it out.
Holy shit!
Wait, that was an option. I have a kitchen knife.
It's just flavor, my guy.
Okay.
Amazing. This is my best friend now.
Is that what you wanted?
Absolutely. I toss him 100 gold pieces.
Ooh,
Holy shit.
thank you, sir.
It's
My
a pirate
pleasure.
life for Aki.
Grabs exchanges the money for the organ, wipes his hand on his pants, and goes back to what he was doing.
He'd immediately quit his job if he
Tidying
wasn't
up
on
the
a
ship.
boat. Just leave.
Aki gonna straight up expend all the gold in the House of Lady Favors.
Lady fingers. I do.
Lady Favors.
I like lady fingers.
So what's it going to take to get the liquid from the gland into an empty potion bottle?
Just kind of stuff it in there.
Well,
Poke it with your finger.
yeah. So I'd say it's delicate, but it's not as hard as getting it out was. Really, yeah. I guess it's a dexterity thing to try and make sure that you don't lose any of the fluid.
Hmm. Can I
Since
use
you
one
kind of
of
have to.
my caltrips to like poke a little hole in it
Sure.
and then let it drain into the empty potion bottle without losing any?
Yeah. Give me a dexterity check.
Okay. Hey. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What the
It's on the
fuck?
floor.
2
Second
7s
time
in a
rolled
row.
2. All right. Clearly, I'm not confident. Step in line, people. Let's go.
Form an orderly line.
Yep.
Orderly line.
I motion to Percy. It's his turn now.
Is this survival or dexterity? Because I'm not a very
This is
dexterous player.
dexterity.
Oh, okay. Yvette, let's go.
Okay, let's go. I crackle my. Let's go!
Nice.
Bless.
So
All right.
you are watching Krakus make his first attempt. You see him poke the hole in and swoop in before like it becomes clear that he's gonna miss a couple of drops in the bottle, you swoop in, get your catch the drops in your hand and guide his hands correctly so that everything drips into the bottle. You've saved all of the liquid, and it is now.
It's like the move Ghost, but way grosser.
I swear, my character's either really bad or really good. There is no mid ground.
Yeah, I
with my
mean,
rolls.
you succeeded when it counted last week. So
Oh yeah.
just like what it was like 12 swim checks in a row that you just knocked out of the park. So
It's fine. It's part of my character.
Is
I'm just like a
everyone that
bumbling
was-
buffoon until things get serious.
Is everyone that was deaf is still deaf?
no, it wears off.
Okay, good.
So from this gathering, you have 8 half dragon claws. You have 1 set of like siren vocal cords, and you have the liquid from 1 siren mastal gland.
And I have one what?
The liquid from a siren's
Oh.
mastal gland.
Siren mastal gland juice bottle.
So there is still concerns about the vocal cords potentially rotting before you can get them back. So
Hmm.
you'll have to figure out something to do with that.
I
But
will
the other
consort
stuff should
with-
be fine.
I'll consort with our resident mute and see if she has any ideas to keep this thing from rotting.
I want to go to Captain Van.
I ask her if there's any sort of stasis magic or some kind of oil or something that we could conjure to put this in, keep it fresh.
What are you asking, Yvette, or what are you talking to them about?
I want to go to Van. And go, Captain. What's the curse of action? But I want to do that because I think he's still deaf, so I want to scream that.
Lower your voice, son. It's no need to shout.
I was not. I was. I'm sorry. Sorry, Captain. Sorry. We have new crew members and 2 ships.
Well, the first course of action has to be disentangling our vessel from this one in front of us. It's sinking rapidly, and it will start to bring us down with it if we don't get some separation.
So how we do that?
Man the oars, full reverse.
Also, are the people that were swimming out there, are they still there? Or are they back on? Are they on the boat now?
They'll
I'm
be
assuming
up
they're
on the
on our
boat now.
I wanted to ask, was there any goods on that ship, by the way? Because I can still breathe underwater. Oh, by the way, I was the mountain lion. I'm this is me now. If there was anything in that ship that was worth going back and getting, since I can breathe.
The sailors, just having gotten out of the water, sort of shaking their heads, like smacking their ears, trying to get the water out and stuff. One of them's coughing quite a bit. They still look a little bit confused, but one just like blinks a couple times and looks up at you. No, there wasn't anything. Well, there was, but there isn't any more.
Okay.
I'm gonna poke my head down under the under it and go full reverse.
I guess I'm gonna go downstairs and help row, since I don't know how many people died, but I think we might have lost some people.
Yeah, so carnage-wise, there's a number of
I'll go help Road
there's a number of casualties
do that.
above decks, but most of the rowers are actually fine.
Okay.
A couple of them did, come up to help, so there are some empty seats down there for those of you that want to help. Yvette, give me a diplomacy check to encourage the rowers that are still down there to do some rowing. And
Diplomacy
then
or
and then give me strength
Diplomacy.
checks for
It's like
Percy's and Sirius.
diplomacy or intimidate, like the other ones were, or is this one is just diplomacy?
Diplomacy or intimidate, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then
I
a
just wanted to change it.
strength check from Percy's, and I'll make one for Sirius.
Just want to change it around a little bit.
Oof.
I'm about to
Dude.
enlarge person out of anger and start growing bigger.
All right, if you're going to spend an enlarged person, then you can give me another check.
Wait,
I'll do
does
that.
he fit downstairs?
If so, enlarged person, it'll stop if I stop. Like I won't burst out. Pretty much. I think that's how it says it in the text. But yeah, I'll enlarge. Get ready to do some rows in my big form.
Okay. So, yeah, you can give me another check with your enlarged strength as you grow a full size bigger in this rowing on this rowing bench, like sliding the person next to you aside ever so slightly as your head goes up to, you have to like duck to fit in the space now.
That's my secret, Sirius. I'm always angry.
Fucking nat 20. Okay, so everyone starts rowing. Sirius, you're having a little bit of trouble getting the rhythm that everyone's in because you only got a 6, unfortunately.
Oh, all right.
And Percy's, it takes you a little bit, but once you get big, you just sort of power through any issues you were having synchronizing. You're just so strong now, so eventually the ship begins to move backwards, and everyone...
I was moving myself at the same second you moved.
Captain fell off.
Oh no.
Oh no! I want to start signing to the other ships so they get a little bit closer.
What are you signing?
Just like my hands, just like trying to jump up and down.
Okay. So you're
But
not
hey!
trying to use any specific
No!
like okay.
I just they're probably confused that they saw that we saved the other ship, so they might come on their own tuition. I don't know. Just nothing specific, just trying to get in
Okay.
touch.
It's a little difficult for them to like I guess get closer, but I guess during this time they were already going north. So they would have gone past, so I guess they will circle around at this point and be able to pull up next to you. Fuck. Whoop. And they'll just like drop anchor next to you.
Hi guys.
They're like waving back, and one of them's like, "What's going on?"
We might just have saved your life. You're welcome.
There's like a perplexed thumbs up sent back. Can we come aboard?
Wait, let me ask the captain. Captain!
He just shouts back before you can even ask him a question. Yes!
Get the plank. Let's do a breach. Does the
So
ship has a
yeah,
plank?
you're able to get at least one of the sailors across from the other ship to talk.
So
Are you all part of the same fleet? I come up from stairs after hearing all this yelling.
Um, yes, we were in the same convoy. It's very hazy. I'm trying to remember what happened.
What was
I
the
have a
last thing
theory.
you remember?
There was fog.
Well, if you see that bloody mess over there, that was probably what was mind controlling you. That was a siren. I don't know if you're familiar with
Mind
those.
control.
Yeah, they. That's why you probably don't remember anything. I was fixated on a little bit too. It was definitely a very weird thing to behold.
There were these smaller creatures as well. What were they then?
Harpies.
Yeah, I guess they were just along for the ride.
They were working together. It's the revolution of the animals.
Animals,
They will take over.
God willing.
I remember, and we went to an island. I
Sorry, what?
remember unloading cargo, all of our ship's cargo.
Oh no.
Oh,
Do you remember where this island was?
No, sorry, it's very patchy. My memory.
oh my God! It's a cliffhanger. I was trying to remember the world.
Has the fog cleared at all since the siren died?
Yes, the fog is completely gone.
Do we see any land on the horizon at all?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, yeah, good luck. Here comes like a 2 or some shit.
Everyone can give me a perception check.
Look, it's a fucking 2!
Called it. You fucking called it.
Unbelievable.
That's incredible.
I
What would you
climb.
call that one?
Can I climb to the
wonderful.
crow's nest before I
My
do
God.
my?
Yeah, go up to the crow's nest and you can do it with advantage.
I don't think it's gonna need to because that is a 29.
Sirius is sitting at a 31 right now.
Hot damn.
I'm consistent today. I just climbed down.
So everyone else looks around, and it just looks like open sea. Sirius, you also, as you take a look at the horizon, you don't see any land, but you do see the harpies that were left from that last fight, flying away northward,
Ooh.
sort of like northeast. They're pretty far away at this point. They're just small little specks on the horizon. But you recognize those flapping motions anywhere.
Okay, I tell everybody about like the captain, right, and the rest of the party. What I see.
Do you guys need to? Do you guys know where you're supposed to be going?
We were
Or you lost at sea?
well. We were on our normal route, I think, which would have us going to Marathel, but we don't have any cargo anymore, so we might as well just turn back.
I also think it's smart if we all just went back.
If you wanna,
One of them turns and looks at starts like counting heads, basically. Is this everyone? Where's the rest of the crew?
couple might have met an unfortunate end, I believe.
gods.
Or they on the island, on the island that it's there. Maybe they're still mind controlled.
There still could be people there. Yeah, that's a good point. Do you remember any stay on the island? Does that jog any memory?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Do they remember? Does anyone remember like any people staying on the island when they delivered off those goods, or is it just that little patch of them unloading that they remember?
It was empty as far as I recall.
Could just be a dead drop.
Could be.
I bet Aki climbs up into the crow's nest with you and takes a look over the edge with a what the fuck are they called?
Spyglass.
Yeah, with a spyglass. And he starts shouting directions down to the captain. Like 14 degrees north by northeast or whatever. I'm sailing shit.
I repeat it. He says and then I
Boat
said it too. I just keep repeating everything he says.
To anyone in particular, or
No! He's like 14, actually, wait a mile. Yeah, you go, and then I go, well, it's 13, blah, 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 blah. I just repeat it.
the captain comes over. We have a direction for those. What's left of those creatures? Do we need to follow them, or is this the end of your contract? At this point, I'm a fairy for you. Looking at
Ooh.
Percy's and Sirius.
Wait, what did he say? I'm sorry.
I can't believe Ven is hitting.
Essentially, he's asking if you need the ship to follow those harpies, or if you're like good.
Do you want to fight? Is the question, because there will be fighting. Are you able to fight? I don't want to send a bunch of people who can't fight to their death, possibly.
We are not in great fighting shape anymore. I'm always ready for one myself, of course, but we've had many losses.
I think we probably should let these
Maybe
people
regroup.
Yeah.
I might call cut out at a bad time.
We have information. We can go back, tell authorities what we know, and then we can come back and try to find the island that they said after it.
Yeah.
That's true. I think we ought to just finish what we came here for, and not necessarily go after something without.
Yeah, the contract said that we needed to find what was like fucking with the ships, and the ships were not coming back. We apparently found it. It's the weird dragon harpy siren. We don't know if it's gonna come back.
Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be any like other where the harpy's going to be doing.
Yeah, like
Or more sirens.
or more siren bullshit. Yeah, like we don't know that, but I also don't think it's smart to just follow them right now.
So you're saying basically that you think we fulfilled our contract for now?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I think we did. I don't know.
I would say we did. We have enough. At least we have enough information to go back to the Seekers to report.
Agreed.
Can I like sit on the crow's neck for a second and then cast message?
Sure.
I wanna hit up boss Q in this case. And I wanna go. Hey boss! It's your boy. I'm not counting the words, by the way. It's the boy. It's like that. So we might take like 2 days to go back to land. I'm in the middle of the ocean. The signal might be a little bad. Uh, I think we have something that you might wanna see. Cause you're the smartest person I know. So, but I don't think we can get the thing to you. How long do you think it takes for you to travel to put the name of the city that we got off here? Because I don't remember.
Tofi's Landing.
Yeah. So you can look. It's a really weird dragon siren thingy. And then I do like a really like TLDR of everything with it. Like we fight this thing, and then this thing, and we
Okay.
think this thing, and then
Okay, you only have 100 words, so you're probably not going to be able to get much
it
detail.
it probably cuts off in the middle.
Killed dragon siren, middle of ocean along route. Meet us at blah blah blah.
Okay, so the response you get back is, I can be there in 2 days.
Oh.
Maybe 3. I do have a little bit of stuff to finish up here, but
Wait a day. I just think we need like this version of a scientist to look on this shit, and this version of scientist in my head is the alchemist.
okay. So Ven will not give any orders to follow the ship, and will instead go back to helping patch people up and make sure the ship is in good working order and stuff. That there's not too much damage.
Yeah, I gonna. Everyone that was already on this ship, it stays on this ship, and everyone that was on the ship that sinks or on the other ship goes to the other ship, so it doesn't get too overcrowded here. And then we go back to the port. So all the twins on the other ship.
Krakus, you wanted to go talk to Oleana about
Yes,
like a preservation situation, right?
that's right.
What's your like angle on this conversation?
Yeah, I want to see if there's some kind of magical stasis we could put it in, or some kind of oil we could conjure to preserve this fleshy bit, at least until we get to the Seekers or someone who can take over.
She gives you sort of like a disgusted look as she takes a closer look and like sniffs the parts that you've extracted.
Smell it? You didn't have to smell it. What the fuck?
She wanted to. And she thinks for a little while. Signs something real quick, then pulls out the dust that she used prior and just writes in the air ice.
Oh. Yep. Good idea. Okay. Do we have ice, or can she conjure like?
She'll sit down and pull out her flute. That Ivette definitely saw before. Actually, you all have, because she was playing it on, I think the first day that you were at sea. She was just like sat in a corner playing it.
Yeah, the ice crab thing. I dance with the crab. Aura, the crab.
Yeah, so it's a little it's a double flute, so it's sort of like a Y shape. And it's made of this like faintly bluish wood. So more like a teal, maybe. She begins to play it, and from a nearby puddle of water on the deck of the ship, a little ice crab forms up.
Aww.
And after a moment, the crab sort of like wiggles and walks a little circle around a spot, and there's like an ice slick that forms around it, and you can feel the temperature difference from where you are. It's much colder on that spot than in the surrounding area.
I'll place the gland in the center of that spot.
You place it down, and this little crab, made entirely of ice with its body shimmering in the sea sunlight, like perches over top of it as if to protect it, and very quickly the gland, the vocal cords just freeze in place.
Nice.
Fucking crab's a mini fridge.
And you turn to look at Oleana, and she has this huge smile across her face, just nodding.
I start
Love it.
clapping.
She's proud mom now.
So is it something I have to carry, or is it just I leave it there on the deck of the boat?
Yeah, Oleana will clarify that Aura, the crab, can essentially just babysit it here, and it will stay cold as long as Aura's there.
Okay, sounds good to me.
So as long as nothing comes to disturb the crab, everything should be a-okay.
Awesome.
No touch of the crab.
Do they have like a map maker cartography thing? Person?
I did have a spell. I didn't prepare it where I can make a map out of something's flesh. Does that count?
Gross.
Oh my
It's
god.
like a treasure map.
I just want to like, if we go back to look for the island, I don't want us to just like blindly go in the ocean trying to find something.
I mean, the captain's quarters would have maps. But do they have someone who makes maps on this ship? Probably not. This is probably not the kind of vessel for that sort of thing. It would just be, they would have their own maps, and they might take notes on it or something, or take notes in a separate journal that they keep with it.
So Ven could probably like tell us generally where we are.
Yeah, the actual sailors probably have a pretty good idea of where you are.
Okay,
or they
okay,
could
okay.
figure it out.
Yeah, just in case we need to come back.
Yeah.
It's dull. I think we're heading back. Oh yeah, all the twins. Twins are cursed.
Yeah, so you have you've sort of salvaged one vessel that was largely unharmed, saved all but one of the sailors that was still there, and you've got a corpse that you've ripped apart laying on the deck of your ship.
Very good. I don't think we need the corpses anymore.
I
For
might.
sure.
No, I think we do.
I might prepare a spell overnight and try and do this the next morning. It'll cost me 100 gold if that's how it works with the components. But I want to see.
Yes, it will cost you 100 gold.
Yeah, so I can just subtract 100 and that'd be okay. Is that how that works? I'll do it like tomorrow morning. It has to be within 24 hours of his death. So
I want you to see the body of the thing.
Yeah, so we can assume that you bought these things, and we'll like in the past, these materials,
Yeah.
and we'll subtract the money now. I'm okay with that.
Okay. Yeah, because I had plenty of gold. It's like one of those things I could just keep it. So, yeah. Okay. Cool.
Can Aura do the
Subtract it.
freezing thing on larger portions of shit?
No, it Uliana will let you know that this is that little patch of ice is as big as it gets.
I just wanted to know if we can freeze the whole thing. Well, we better go fast before this thing starts to smell.
I think we got enough proof that there was a siren here.
But I just want you to see that things are like fusion on one to the other one.
Yeah, I could take like a wing for myself, and then y'all can throw the rest of the corpse off, and I can make a map out of that possibly. That'd probably be the most sanitary way of doing it.
Can
I
we
guess.
take at least the head?
I mean, I would make a map out of the head. It'd be kind of. I mean, it'd be metal, but
I just want like
it's
to
not
have
very.
actual something. Because like if we show the insides, it's just harpy insides. If
The
we
only
show
reason
the
I beheaded it is so that it wouldn't come back. So
if we show the outside, it's a fucked up dragon harpy cyber bullshit.
I'm okay
So-
just tossing it into the ocean.
So it was only like it's probably only going to take you like 3 days to get back. It will start to go in that time, but it's not going to be like a pile of bones in 3 days, right? So it'll smell bad, but it'll still look perfectly identifiable. So
Put some shit.
if you want to, if you want to like shove it in a corner and cover it up so that it is less gross,
I
you
want
can
to
keep
take
it
the
for
body.
that amount of time.
Like I
What
want
I
to take
mean-
the body so we can like study it more on like not the ocean, and then we can throw it off.
Why don't we put it in the back of the boat so it's downwind, and then just go back?
Yeah, I just want to take the body. It doesn't really matter for me where it is on the boat. I just want to take the body.
I don't understand why we need the body. I just
Yeah, I only need a piece of it. I'm pretty much that's all I need. I have to rip. I rip off the wing.
I tossed the head into the ocean.
You just punt it.
Yep. Just chuck it.
The
Don't need it.
science.
Okay, so one wing removed, head punted into the ocean. The rest of the body is stuck in the back of the ship,
Yeah.
just sort of like piled into a corner where it's as out of the way as it can be. And to your point, Krakus, it's guaranteed to be downwind since you're going to be going forward. So you won't really smell it unless you're right next to it.
Cool.
I will from time to time go like get the sheet up because we cover it probably to see if it's still there if we crackers throw it in the ocean.
Yeah, there's plenty of big sheets of fabric and canvas and stuff on the ship, so you can use something like that to cover it up. No problem. Yeah, at some point, probably Uliana will go down and sort of make note of roughly where they are, or where all this happened, in their records, so that y'all can reference back to it if you need to in the future. And you head back to Tofi's Landing.
Cool.
Perfect.
None of y'all are particularly hurt. Sirius, you're the worst off, but the rest you get over the next couple of days should get you back up to full. Percy, you're making a treasure map, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does this gruesome task look like?
I take the wing down deck to because people probably don't enjoy me not playing with it, but doing things with the body, and I I just concentrate and I try and think. I cast the spell. I try and like think of the broad area of like where it was traveling in between to like it's like general like area of operation, I guess is the right way to put it. Just like, where it went or how its direction. It says like just like the scale of the map, so that's what I'm trying to go for right now. It's just like a little bit more broad. I'm trying to see like because if there's like I don't know if it. I guess it's only about treasure, so like I guess like you can just go with. I guess people wouldn't be in that, so but yeah, like I guess it reveals the locations that the creature deemed most valuable. So I guess if they deemed the people valuable, then it'd be there. But I think it's depending on what the siren thinks would be useful.
Yeah, suitable mates. He can pinpoint the people he wants to fuck.
Yes, it's just treasure source people.
Okay, so what you get from this is sort of a like the powdered metal that you use as part of this forms, so at least some of it forms a sort of channel or a line that runs across, and the inks pool up in a specific spot, like a pinpoint, a very obvious big pinpoint that is a bit north of that line.
Okay. So I will I take this up deck to the captain just to show what kind of map I've sussed out from this creature. See if he has a good way of navigating that, possibly in the future. Not now, but like with the context of the information.
Well, son, that is disgusting, but
it's the best I could do.
This looks a bit like the typical trade route. I mean, it's roughly the same sort of angle as where we were on that route, so perhaps this other point is in relation to that.
Makes sense. Okay, we can come back to that trade route and go from there. But yeah, I know it's a gross. Sorry about that. It's the best I can do.
No, it's impressive. It's just grim.
A little metal, yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, and I'm not gonna like make plans for going back out there until we get our shit back together, I guess. But that might be like.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean, you have some time. You can sort of correlate to the maps that they have on this ship. I mean, you have a couple days. You can also look at the maps that are on the other ship that you're sailing with.
Yeah, that's true.
They have slightly different maps that are a little bit more specific about the trade routes and stuff. Because the Curlew's just sort of hired on to protect convoys. They don't always run the same routes, but this other merchant ship pretty much always runs the same routes. So they have more specific details about about that route. So you can correlate and find like a pretty good idea of where this pinpoint should be.
Yeah. So I would my plan is to relay that information to the people who pretty much carried out or gave the contract out for this job, and if they want to like have us go back out there and get it, because it'd probably be like their stuff more than anything. Probably, I guess we'd be like secondhand pilfering if it was, you know what I mean. So, So I think that's what I'm going to do with that stuff. Just relay that info.
BLN already?
So is there anything else anyone wants to do while you're still at sea?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay. Well, it's a pretty uneventful trip back.
Thank God.
It gets a little cloudy one day, and it sort of threatens a storm, but you seem to skirt around it. Luckily, the other vessel that you're with, actually, I guess because you sort of combined the two crews, it has enough people to sort of operate on its own, and it just follows
smart
you
as
on the way
fuck.
back.
I thought about that.
Yeah, it was a sort of skeleton crew before with just the 5, but since they've got 9 now, that's enough to get the job done. And they have no issues following you back to Tofi's Landing. So as your ship moors back into the dockyard, what's the plan? Where are you going? Who are you talking to?
Is Q waiting for us already?
Yeah. Q got there a little bit earlier that morning.
So I'm assuming he's on the port already, like he's waiting on us because he knew we were on the ocean.
He'll be
And I
sitting
feel
on a bench, not like on the docks, but like in front of a pub, just
yeah, and I
drinking
feel like
some
I will
tea or
use my
something.
message. I will use my message every day to keep track of how he's doing and shit.
Okay.
I gotta go.
I have to take
Hey,
a quick break
boss!
and fix my migraine and get some food. Sorry,
Okay.
but
It's fine.
I'll be back in a few.
I'm gonna get boss, bring boss to the ship. Go, welcome to the broad curling, and then I'm gonna push him towards the sheets. I'm gonna pull up the sheets and go, what the fuck is this?
Oh dear. Where's the rest of it?
Someone threw the head on the ocean. I told it to not. And also one wing became a map.
Oh, you cut it open already, and there.
Oh yeah, we also got like some of the insides, but I thought that you really wanted to look the outsides, because turns out the insides were very harpy like, but the outside it's very dragon like.
Well, this is very strange. Oh, what could have done this? Very powerful magic, probably. It doesn't. I'm not seeing any sort of sutures or scarring from any sort of surgery. And Q will examine the body a little bit.
Yes.
He rolled a nat 1, so
God damn it!
unfortunately,
I trust you with my life.
that's about all he's gonna get from it today. Is just like it's not natural. But he couldn't tell you how it happened.
That was my last hope. I am out of ideas. So you don't know shit about this thing.
Well, it's not really my area of expertise, to be fair.
I don't know. You're just the smartest person I know. So I just like ask anything to Q. He probably has an answer.
Well, I appreciate the sentiment. I'm sorry I couldn't have offered you anything more concrete.
No, don't say you're sorry. It's fine. You traveled 2 days to just look at that thing that I told you that I had. That's amazing. That's cool as fuck.
Where did you get it?
On the ocean, the middle of the ocean. Do you know the mission that the contact that I got some time off to do?
No, I didn't get
You were
any of the
not.
specifics.
You didn't get the specific. So we had to investigate and discover why the ships were going missing in the middle of the ocean, right? So we got this ship with this crew. The crew is really nice. The captain is really nice. The first mate is really nice, and she's really cool. She does tentacle shit. She looks very badass. And then we had to go to the middle of tentacle shit is insane. Anyway, we had to go to the middle of the ocean, and then there was this really weird fog in the middle of the ocean, and then the sound of like bird shit, and then the bird shits were harpies, because and we knew we might be harpies because we had like information. We did like some like detective work because we're smart, and then the harpies came and attacked us. We killed all the harpies besides 2. These 2 harpies ran. Then we followed the harpies. and then we followed the harpies into these 2 other ships that looked empty, but then there were crews and more harpies. And then we had to fight harpies again. And while we fought the harpies again, this thing, and I point to the dead thing, showed up. And then we killed this thing too. And then we broke the charming effect on the other ships. One of the ships went to hell though, because we had to shove our ship inside of their ship. So apparently, this thing was charming people in the middle of the ocean, and then they were just not coming back. And then we gathered information from the people that survived from the other ships, and one of them remembers Iceland that they I forgot the word. They threw all the things on their ship, their shit.
Their cargo?
Yeah, their cargo. And then on the island, and then they don't remember anything else. We kind of have a general idea where the island is, but we also don't know we're supposed to go there, because we kind of like kind of finish our contract. Like, we discover why the ships were going missing, but there's apparently another layer of mystery on this occasion in this contract, that is this mystery island that we don't know where it is or what is hiding. I think that's it.
Wow. Well, I've heard of sirens and harpies sort of like hunting together, but never like capturing people for extended periods of time, or certainly not capturing whole ships worth of people. That's very strange.
So, you think we should probably go investigate the island that they said we
Well, hey,
could?
I mean, if your contract's over, I say get paid and go home. But I don't really do field work. So maybe that's just me.
Yeah, yeah. That totally makes sense. It's a business at the end of the day. We might like end this contract and then tell them all that we know, and maybe they get another contract for us to go to the island.
They
And
might have a
then
better idea of what's on that island too, if it's their stuff that's been taken. Like,
it's double the contract, and then we are
I
generating
think
money for the seekers.
just create little problems and then along the way.
But the city is really cool. Also, if you want to take a look on the shit we gathered from the insides of the dragon harpy siren thing, it's with the that ice crab. You probably know how much that shit is worth.
Oh, yeah. Q will have brought with him a basically like a I guess like an ice box sort of thing, you know, like you would carry a heart that's for transplant
Excellent.
in, you know.
I
So
love you so much.
something specific for keeping you know, these parts preserved
my
long enough to
goodness.
travel back. So he'll offer to take your vocal cords back to Kedwell and get them sold and hold the money for you.
Please do.
Nice.
You can also totally own like a beach day if you want, boss. Just chill.
Oh, I don't have time for a vacation. This was already enough time away for me. I need to be getting back.
I feel like if I'm not there to get you to a tavern to drink something, you're just gonna work forever.
Yep.
Please don't overwork you. And if you meet a old lady named Poppy, please don't go inside.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
not go inside.
Yeah, there's also this on the back of my head. When I go back, I will update you on everything.
Oh, sounds good. Thank you. Thank you for showing me this, I guess. It's interesting,
No.
certainly.
Thank you for coming. You traveled 2 days to just try to get information for us. That's sick.
Is Q going back to the Seekers HQ?
Yeah.
So I'll probably bid adieu to everybody, and a special adieu to Aki, my new friend. And I will probably go back with Q to the Seekers HQ.
I'd probably do that. Like, I would probably start heading back as soon as because I was probably my plan was to take the map to the map to the captain. That's the right words, and to explain what happened.
I
Give
would
him my-
probably take this last day to like tell about the island and shit to other people. Like I will probably go on back on the next day. If we get there on like the morning, we got there in the morning, so I'm gonna take like the full day to like kind of give information to people that what we did, like to people from here.
Wait,
And then
I'm
we'll-
confused. Where are you talking about going?
Here, cause like they're going back with Q,
Yes.
but I want to tell people from here, like authorities or something, or the people that got the contract with us and shit, about the stuff that we discovered. And I don't know
yeah.
if they're gonna wait for me and then I'm gonna go back with all of them, or if they go in and then I go back by myself or with whatever I can, like tomorrow.
If you want to meet with the Merchants Guild, you all get into the dock in like early afternoon, so you have time to do that same day if you want to.
So then do that, and then we go back all together with Q.
Sounds
I just
fine
thought
with
they
me.
were going back with you now. They're like, bye. If you have
I mean,
time
yeah.
to-
If your intent is to like leave pretty soon, then Q will certainly wait for you and go. You can go as a group if that's what you want to do.
That's fair. I just want to give the plot hook for another contract on the island now.
So if you like info dump all this stuff to the representatives at the Merchants Guild,
Yeah. Like, don't be alarmed, but this is half map, half trophy.
Also, at this point, we probably threw the fucking body on the ocean.
After you're done, you just like kick it a little
Yeah.
by little into the ocean.
Yeah, we got
sure,
information.
yeah, they're definitely not eager to keep a corpse on their ship any longer than they
Yeah.
need to. So
They could have got the like the head bone. So
Belongs.
they put in the front of the ship.
well,
Like
the head is long gone. It's also not that big.
Yeah. Because they need a front on something on the front of the ship. The ship is needing like a big titty mermaid on the
Oh
front
my
of it. You
God.
know, it needs something.
If anything, it would be a big bird or something.
Yeah, a big
Does that
titty
just reduce the
bird.
effectiveness of the ramming capabilities of this military vessel?
Make a really spiky bird.
My Angry Bird ship.
Okay, so you go and report. Someone at least goes and reports back to the Merchants Guild the situation, and they will get you sorted for payment. Basically, they're considering your job done. You brought one vessel back, of which they're thankful. They wish it was more, but you get the impression that you are expensive, and they will send their own people to that blip, whatever it is, be it an
Okay.
island or wherever, to
They
see if the
gonna
rest of their
fucking
shit is there.
die.
It's like mundane things we're fetching. It probably wouldn't be. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, if you inquire about like the nature of the goods that were on the ships and stuff, they'll give you some general terms. They're not going to give you like exact amounts, even though they have them. But they'll just be like, it's textiles and
There's a little bit of jewelry
It's
on
drugs,
one
right?
of my vessels. And nothing
Drugs.
crazy.
Nothing worth sending a
That's
bunch of
right.
Beady Boys towards.
If you killed the thing that was causing all the problems, we should be able to just go there and retrieve our stuff, and it should be fine.
Okay. Sounds good. And I guess, make preparations to head on our way out then. Thank you for your time.
I will go to say bye to everyone on the ship, though. To Van, and to Aura, and to Lillian, and to Aki, and to all the other NPCs that we didn't gave a name.
All right, goodbyes all around, and
I will do that like the
you're
"Oh, Captain, my Captain" thing with Vane. Even if he's my second captain on the first one.
you get 2,500 gold pieces for the completion of this contract.
Wait, there's so many numbers.
Wait, how much? 2,500?
2,500, but it's split 4 ways, so math.
Oh, okay. Still.
If it was 2,400, it would split better.
625 each person.
625.
You also have some bits to sell, should you want to.
Yes.
625.
But so you
Rich.
head back to from Topi's Landing to Kedwell with Q in tow. Your vocal cords are now safely being preserved in a little box, little alchemical box.
We do pass far from Poppy, though.
Give a wide berth to Poppy.
Wide berth to pop.
We just pass way far. We take like 4 hours more to come, but we don't pass by Poppy.
Okay, yeah. Sort of without explaining it too much to Krakus or Q, you just sort of go, let's go around this way a little bit. Dodge that little cottage for a reason that we don't know.
I don't trust her.
That's fine.
She's that old lady that sleeps during the day and stays up at night. That's not normal.
Degenerates.
She's just a gamer.
Yeah, that is a gamer? Like,
She's a
what the
Twitch
fuck?
streamer.
Wait, how much gold do we got? 6.
625 each person for the contract itself.
Yo, rich as fuck.
As you return to Kedwell, you can arrange with with them to the Seekers to buy off those parts for you, and they will, they offer to buy basically any sort of rare monster bits that people come back with. They either resell them or they turn them into stuff and sell that. So
Gladly.
the bounty on that stuff is going to come to 2,000 gold pieces for the total.
Damn.
So it was 1,000 for your goo, 600 for the vocal cords, 200
Your
for
personal goo.
200 for each like hand's worth of claws. So
Well, I didn't do it alone, so I'll share that evenly with everyone as well.
okay, that's another 500 for everyone then.
Nice.
I have 151. Holy shit, I have so much gold. Wait, that's how much more?
500 more. So
500,
total,
yeah,
you
yeah,
should have gotten 1125.
So I sold the goo, sold the claws, and the vocal cords.
Mm.
Okay.
I have so much money.
Great.
All right. That I think concludes Enchanted Sailors. For once, we're not. I'm not rushing to wrap things up in the final minutes of a long session. So, if there's anything